The impact, I guess the impact that the apprenticeships had on my career is just the invaluable experience of working through that course. So on my career, it's moved me in the direction, I think boosted me way ahead of people that have probably gone to university for kind of 2 to 3 years to learn what I've learned over the same amount of period, but not been working in an organisation that I have. So it puts me kind of one step ahead in terms of my career development and progression, so I can really now focus on kind of my short-term and long-term goals. In terms of the organisation that I work for, I think is just the productivity. I think being able to take someone like myself straight out of college onto a graduate or an apprenticeship program like we have done, and be able to develop and mould us, I guess, into a sort of employee that they want, has invaluable kind of results to them, because essentially now I know how the culture works, I know how the business works, I know what the different programs are like, having rotated every single year to a different team. I've been able to work with different leaders, so I've got all of the experience now to really project my career.
I've been able to have so many promotions, so within my role of doing this degree, I've had 2 promotions throughout that 3 years, and then I've secured a more of a promotion role now since I've graduated. So the impact on my career, speaking very top line, has just been incredibly linear. But also I think it's had more, I know this is not technically the question, but it's also had a huge impact on my confidence in my personal life as well. So, you know, I think it's been really universal, the benefit that it's had on me. And it's definitely allowed me to understand that I've done sales for a long time, and it's still a sector that I still feel like when I was on the first day, when I first started sales, it's still excitement, there's still that hunger, and you know, the highs and lows of sales, and when you win, it's the best place to be, but also sometimes it can be a difficult place to be when you're not winning. And I love that adrenaline rush that brings in terms of the project work. That generally had a huge shape on my team. One of my actual projects in year 2 was talking about setting up a dedicated, internally resourced field sales resource for Unilever and how it was operated. And I ran a pilot with myself being that exec, doing that exec position for the Southeast. And since then, they've actually adopted that nationally. And that has increased in my old channel, sort of leisure, so looking after the Merlin theme parks, Butlins, those sort of customer group. It's had triple-digit growth in what was deemed a saturated channel. And that has probably been the biggest single impact for Unilever, is that this degree not only was able to help me in my role achieve more, but we were able to pilot things that actually have led to significant growth in our industry.
The degree has certainly had a positive impact in my career. I think a lot of the tools that I've learned throughout the 3-year programme I've applied in those live environments, and it's helped secure more revenue in certain cases. I think it's definitely had a positive impact on my organisation as well, because it's helped bring in new ways of thinking from school leavers who have given ideas and thoughts, which has helped evolve the way in which we work at Royal Mail Sales.
The biggest impact a kind of sales degree has had on like my career would probably be opening doors. There's a lot of jobs that you can't get without a degree, and a lot of transferable skills. I think within the organisation, my sales degree tied quite nicely to what I was doing. So I was able to practice out kind of any of the things I'd been learning, and definitely saw that like productivity increase, understanding of like how to write cohesively, and kind of get my points across was helpful and impactful for the business as well.
This programme has just had an immeasurable impact on my career. I had never had a corporate job before this programme. This has introduced me to, honestly, like a whole world that I didn't even really know existed. There is just so much potential, and I feel really kind of excited for life now. I know it sounds so strange from an apprenticeship course, but genuinely it's really opened my eyes to what I'm capable of, what things I could do, and all the opportunities around me. And in terms of my organisation, I think that it's been really good for AWS, for example, bringing in early career and younger talent and diversifying our organisation, because I was one of the first ever account managers at AWS. We had none before. So it was really nice to kind of see more younger people coming in with their new ideas, their new perspectives, and I think that's had a really positive impact on AWS.
So the impact that the program has had on my organisation, but also on myself and my own sales professional development, is incredible. I mean, I didn't realise it so much throughout the program, but looking back now, just looking at how much I've achieved and the demanding and very bespoke opportunities I worked on for some of my customers, there were so many elements of my learnings from the program that I embedded within these opportunities that led to fruition and led to closing them off and led to successful relationship building with these clients.
I think a really big impact that the program has had on me is being able to walk away with a degree and also 3 years of practical work experience in a corporate environment, which is really valuable in this day and age, and it's going to really help me to excel in my career. My organisation BT has really also benefited from this because it's got a new set of young sales professionals who are professionally trained and have a wealth of knowledge from a practical side of point and also a theoretical side of point.